Do you miss Breaking Bad? Or do you feel the show Good Girls was canceled prematurely? Well, if that's so, I got a new show for you to check out called The Cleaning Lady on Fox. Every once in a while, a show pops out of nowhere that wasn't on my radar. I spend a lot of time kind of researching what I'm going to watch. I watch more trailers than you can imagine. You could ask my family. They get so sick of me showing them trailers. So The Cleaning Lady came on. Instantly knew that my wife would be like, oh, yeah. Now, I wasn't sure. I don't watch a lot of network shows, but then I saw starring Elodie Young, and hopefully I pronounced that right. And you're wondering, where is she from? She was from Daredevil as Elektra. So I felt like when she was on the screen during that season of Daredevil, she stole the show. So I was like, all right, sometimes I'll just give a show a shot just because it has an actor or actress that I really like. The premise of the show is we have our main character, Tony. She is desperately trying to seek treatment for her son. Now, she is not from the United States, and she has overstayed her visa. So she is trying to maintain a low profile. So she's taking jobs that undocumented workers can take and trying to hold out until the cure or a transplant for her son can be found. Now, she is working far below her pay grade because where she's from, she is actually a doctor. Now that's not quite enough to have a show, so we gotta beef it up a little bit. Now, that could have been enough, actually, now that I think about it. Beef it up a little bit, though. She witnessed the mob killing somebody. All great shows start with the mob killing somebody and an innocent person sees it. The head of the mob, his name is Armand. He takes a liking to her because she has a very special skill. She's a cleaning lady, so she can pick up after all their crime scenes so that they don't get caught. And not only that, she's also a doctor. So he tries his best to protect her because his big boss thinks it's plain. A civilian sees us put out a hit, that civilian's gotta go. I mean, that's standard mob business right there, right? Well, then we wouldn't have a show if they killed off the main character in the first episode. Of course not. I wouldn't say that this is the most unique show. We've seen many of these shows where someone is in a desperate situation, willing to bend or break the rules to save the people they love. But it is the kind of story that we keep going back to. And of course, the FBI has already kind of figured out this girl might be the one we need to take down the mob. So we might need her to play double agent. So I kind of think makes me think of Breaking Bad because there you had a chemistry teacher trying to raise money for his family before he dies. This is a mom desperate to save her son and basically giving up her career, giving up her whole life because nothing is more important than the welfare of your child. And she's willing to look the other way for the mob so far. I am 2 episodes in. I really wasn't sure if I would like the show, but it's something my wife couldn't wait to see. So if we can watch shows together, then I'll always give it at least a shot. I'll give it a few episodes. Sometimes I'll pass and she'll keep riding along without me. So far, this one's got me hooked. I don't, like I said, don't like a lot of network shows, but I think the acting so far has been pretty good. The pace for the 2 episodes I've watched has kept up. So, sometimes you watch a show that's an hour long and you're like, oh man, this is going to end. And sometimes you blink and it's over. And I think this is one of those shows that has kept me into it. You have, of course, the FBI agent that's willing to bend the rules as well. Because you always got to have that good guy willing to bend the rules too. So far in 2 episodes, the plot has advanced pretty well. I am not a fan of episode of the week or what's the problem this week? How are we going to solve it? I like a good serialized show where if you missed the previous episode, you're going to be behind. I'm not sure if that's where they're going with this one. I'll have to watch more episodes. But so far it's been pretty good. Now she lives with her friend and who is also undocumented, just trying to make a living for themselves and survive and stay away from the ice people. So what makes me intrigued about this show is to see where they go with the main character. Are they going to eventually turn her bad like Breaking Bad, so where she's always crossing the line? Will there be an end game where she'll be able to pull out? Kind of reminded me a little bit of Good Girls, but not because that was mothers trying to do the best for their kids. And it doesn't have quite the humor. It is a little more of a dark tale. The mob boss is interesting. He can relate to her because of he grew up poor, and I think she reminds him of his mom. And it is a little quick though for him to just put his life on the line for this person he just met, because the head boss clearly wants her out of the picture, and we wouldn't have a show if she was out of the picture. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to rate this one an A- for a network show. It's pretty good. I know I couldn't really think of a flaw yet, other than it is not the most original concept, but it is a fun concept to watch play out, and I get hooked on characters. And so far, the FBI agent, the mob boss, and or I guess he's not the mob boss; he's more like the step down, and of course the mother trying to fight for her son. All characters I'm already invested in. So A-, gamut paw of approval. And if you could do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and then hit the notifications button. So when my next winter TV show preview or review comes up, you'll be ready. Now, I'd be curious to see what you think. Did you get a chance to watch this? I think this is a good one to watch with your significant other if they're into that. Sometimes my wife and I face the dilemma. She likes broomsticks and wizardry, and I like laser swords. And we have that little differences, but that's all right. And I don't know if you know this, when you watch my video, you're going to find something to brag about.